So Frank Cilluffo, and privileged to serve on the advisory board of One Cosmos. I currently run an institute focused on cyber and critical infrastructure security, the McCrary Institute at Auburn University. A little bit of policy, a little bit of research, and a little bit of applied operations. Have also served in the government, served as a special assistant to the president for Homeland Security and counterterrorism matters immediately after 9/11. And sit on various government committees and commissions. Probably the most apropos to One Cosmos, had the privilege to serve as a commissioner for the Cyber Solarium Commission recently. One Cosmos, like any initiative I'm engaged in, it's about the people first. But the reality is One Cosmos not only has awesome people on board, starting at the very top with Heyman, but they also have an amazing set of technologies that I think will improve all of our lives as we go forward. We've all heard for years people much smarter than me saying the password is dead, yet it's still around. And the reality is we need to come up with ways and means to be able to more easily, simply, and securely identify who we are as individuals from an identity perspective, as well as securing our information. So bottom line is, I think One Cosmos is poised to be in a critical place to solve a critical set of solutions that face all of us. You know, I think that One Cosmos from a simplicity of use perspective. So there have been alternatives for a while to look to new means and modalities of multi-factor authentication, but they haven't been user-friendly. And if it's not user-friendly, it's not going to be used. And the reality is One Cosmos's technology makes it easy. It makes it more secure, and it makes it better. Bottom line is, I think with One Cosmos's technology, it recognizes a need that we're all dealing with, that society is facing, that companies are grappling with. And whereas you may have had some technology solutions, society wasn't ready to embrace all of that. I think now we recognize you have to be living under a rock to not realize that the cyber risk is real. And now is the time to go beyond admiring problems and start implementing solutions, translate those nouns into verbs. And I think that it's an amazing technology, but again, it's its use that is, I think, of greatest value. It's critical for the government from a user perspective to know the authentication and have the identity of its workforce. Clearly, insider risk, the potential to expose information and/or more malicious intent is really important. It's something that the government stays up all night worrying about, and unfortunately there have been some breaches and incidents in the past. But when you look at it beyond just the national security lens, at the end of the day, we've got people, we've got goods moving at massive scale. And when you look at the supply chain challenges the country's facing today, it's somewhat shocking that we simply don't know our entire system. So we need to keep privacy issues top of mind here. But at the end of the day, from a government's perspective, to know you are who you say you are is essential. And clearly from a travel perspective, from a work perspective, there's so many potential applications.